Marta Guembes is a name that I heard at home when I was in high school. I heard her name. She's been widely known in the community as someone who stands up and fights.
She has been a part of the shaping of the history, the culture, the presence, and the activism of our community in Portland and in Oregon. The fight to rename Cesar Chavez Boulevard, she was at the forefront of that. She conveys this expectation that we are a part of this community and you treat us as such.
With Portland Public Schools, one time I decided to take a week off from my work, literally. And I started making phone calls and I started recording them. And I pretended that I didn't speak English and I was asking for help in Spanish. The response from different people was, they would have students translate for me. They had people telling me that I should learn English. I mean, it was horrible, all the response. So I challenged that. That was something that the district did change. So since Latino Network started, I started as the Honorary Consul from Guatemala. Any Guatemalan who get arrested by ICE, they have the right to request to speak with their representative from their country. And that's one of the things that I do.
I sat with Marta as she sat with a mother whose son was detained, who was detained without, access to medical care. And her ability and her commitment to sit and hold that pain and sit and hold that suffering with the utmost dignity, the utmost humanity, is what we all need to be doing in these times.
I'm from San Andres Itzapa, Chimaltenango, which is in Guatemala. I was given to my grandmother since I was 3 months old. She was a very strong woman. And I think that that's the person that has loved me unconditionally. She had an attitude like, so what? I'm gonna do what I think is right at the moment when we think that is right. So I was exposed to all that, and how can I not be thankful?
In the time that I've known Mark, he brings tremendous energy, intellect, enthusiasm to everything that he does. In his time at SV Portland, he had this audacious vision that in our community we could create universal preschool.
Preschool for All started as sort of both a head and heart mission on my part. And I was leading social venture partners at the time. So I felt like I had something to contribute to that, like creating that big umbrella, the strategy that was needed, and bringing everybody together and being kind of a coalition builder.
With Preschool for All, he's helped to make one of the most permanent investments in Multnomah County ever. Yeah, here at Plaza Esperanza, he's been someone who's an early and often investor in our work at Latino Network, both on the program side and also to help build La Plaza. And without his contributions and helping to get others to contribute as well as part of that role, this place wouldn't be here right now.
The idea of Latino Network having its own preschool, of having a place where those kids could experience joy, enveloped in their own culture and sort of the love of this community, that was really probably the dream that I most latched on to. I don't know, just the togetherness just filled me up. Policy is very heady, but like to be with the people that are creating this together, like a shared mission, oh my God, that's like, the sauce. I'm from a tiny town in Louisiana, a tiny little farm community, and my extended family is a big part of that community. our tiny town had an issue with our local school that we had to kind of raise up and save the school. And I was a kiddo, I was in 3rd grade. But my parents became a big part of that movement and leaders in that movement. And so I watched my parents build coalition to save the school, to kind of protect all of us. And that was really influential in my life. I went to business school to become an entrepreneur. And while I was there, I guess I heard a quiet whisper got a little louder, and I decided to study to become a priest. So it ultimately wasn't the right profession, the right vocation for me. But then I got to weave those together where it's about trying to use the gifts and the drive, I think, of the business world or business thinking with trying to make a difference in the community and a difference in people's lives.
I mean, we're seeing our immigrant community be under attack. Longtime Oregonians who have been here for many years. We're seeing farm workers be targeted. We're seeing asylum seekers and people who are here seeking refuge and protection being targeted. How are we going to show up for our immigrant community? How are we going to prepare them? So we started building out Know Your Rights curriculums. Some organizations like Latino Network started doing family preparedness. Figuring out, okay, what are the things that are going to evolve and how can we evolve in our tactics to support our community? So I oversee a lot of our rapid response efforts, having to respond to ICE enforcement actions here in our community.
Es una persona para mí bastante inteligente y esa inteligencia la usa para hacer estrategias, para seguir luchando a través por la justicia social y también por la justicia de los inmigrantes.
The work is personal. I can, go out there and do maybe a Know Your Rights training or a community event, and then I have to come home and, fill out the family preparedness packet with my family or with people I care about. And so it's all very interconnected. My family is from Mexico. My sense of justice was really making sure that people like my family could access things that I could access things like healthcare, things like legal services.
As we're speaking now, right there, not too far from here, there was a whole series of ICE intrusions in the community. Good people being targeted and attacked by ICE. And when Isa, that stuff's hard. That impacts her. I see the impact on her. What Isa has taught me, and what I think she has taught many of us, is all those feelings, that feeling of fear, feeling of anxiety, feeling of despair, have a flip side. That's resilience, it's perseverance.
If I firmly believe in something, I'm gonna keep trying until we win it. That is a quality that I've inherited from my parents, and you just have to keep trying until you get it. And so we're just gonna keep trying to protect as many people until we win.